Hello everyone. This electricity chapter last lecture here fourth video. Chiso phale hin capacitor de boldio. To electricity alang pia question kitong ho na. Previous question ho vela chun atam zo hi bol sa ta last lecture circuit ho chuna. Chila circuit I bol ho chu alang pia question ho circuit question ki ha do pen din na. So abana chilai jong hi boldio hi biham telai cells hoi boldio na combination of cells ti hoi boldio. It is cells combination no jong si circuit cells ong ki ko ya jona kon na. EMF hi han lang internal resistance zazat jong le solve dan hi previous video circuit solve dan pa chuna he che pen jong su ke bang cho chala hi. So they are the same thing. Ai bang cho cells ho chum ja chuna chum line boldio den. Chukele power topic niam chani boldio na bale conversion of emitter galvanometer into emitter into voltmeter pa jong khoi boldio ha I have previous 2-3 years of velogen chilai ko na question ke dong na, so we have to do those things also. Okay, then let's see. Mas pena chu cells epiham EMF epiham na internal resistance epiham chu veu ten chi itiha cells song ka ti phala chun class 12 chemistry na electrochemistry ho so chela ho electrochemical cell se mo na echi detail ta ho chela chapter ho ke discuss is na chela hem echi chemistry ho eba chela he chela cells echi chela chemistry na simpa ko na so ala itiha so themkhat ega so ha me na hem aji chu echi internal resistance EMF ke ti hoi pi ke sai na ha he num wala chun echi cell working pa ko na chipeng hun he rongai okay, then must apena cell chu pitina ha. So what is a cell? Cell to electrical device na. It is a device which converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Okay, a detail aju ka sai ba ju chemistry electrochemistry ako na sa na boldio chu cell heta chuna. So chemical energy chalai la hebtang chemical reaction hovel oma he chemical reaction akona hi so flow of electrons ho ma chu akona chu current hum ke generate chuna. So chu cell heza so it converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Amana chu EMF chu pisena ham he cell pa hena velo chun. So here I have a example cell hi chu chum cho chi kyu se lo na. So for example chi ka ala lew hen imu ha ngyo he ja so cell hi velo chun. So in cell usually you will have two terminals. Okay, ka chelang pa hi positive thai suppose hilang left pa hi positive ka tile hen na hilang pa hi positive hi chun chelang pa hi negative ti chula na terminal pa chu. So amani ki ka potential difference pa hai na he pe potential difference pa hi pen hi EMF ke ti cho EMF chu pi ke sai na ha full form chu pi ha. So EMF chu electromotive force a full form chu na he wanga chi misleading so pen hi force lo na EMF is not a force chu it is simply a potential difference. Okay, to a cell sunga na positive terminal to negative terminal ki ka potential difference pa chu na he pen chu EMF ke ti cho ale chu EMF ta chu ale bana chu internal resistance ke dikharom kin na he pen hi bi ke sai na ham to he cell he na he example ila na wa he velo chun chela hi electrolytes ki ti chu solution mo na. So this is a electrolytes. It's electrolyte ho him IPDM tela when charge flows through these electrolytes na charge ho chu hong flow phala chan chi electrolytes in people tela it provides a sort of a resistance. Did you have friction? Did the resistance are provide na chi current motion of electrons ho so current motion so resistance I apply and then provide and then he resistance applied by this electrolyte na he ho chu PKCM he chu internal resistance ke ti so to he ho he thu diwana galu thu ngai lo epk sai na ham chu head wala chu he sing so ma sapena chu cell chu he taw na chemical energy pada electrical energy conversion device pa chu za abana EMF chu pham EMF chu cell sunga pote terminal te ni na pote positive terminal negative terminal potential difference pa chu ke sina ya abana internal resistance chu pham so it is the resistance provided by the electrolytes. Okay, chu ho thum chu na chu using he jo thum se ngai sa chu physics sa he. Okay, bana chu etiki represent cell kha chu etiki represent matile chela EMF to internal resistance ke source okay represent phale na. So he chela hi so this whole thing is a cell he pen cell so cell sunga chu pm de ham EMF ding. Okay, abana chu internal resistance de na chu a cell of EMF E having internal resistance R can be represented as shown below. It's a pen here. Okay. Cell ke say na. So now cell chu batang. It's a circuit question is solved wasang chuna mukha mai theo. So here cell ahunga mal current chuna it can either go into the cell or it can come out of the cell. Current chu cell sunga du dala chun chu charging na cell pen. So this is charging happen chu pm kha chu discharging. Suppose let's try to write something here. Suppose silang point A tiutin, point B tiutin na. Kutil a potential difference across the cell chu ga hold tiutin chalahin. Kutil A par kachilsun VA minus E, so minus I into R. Current hi I tiutin na. So this is equals to VB. Kutil a VA minus VB is at the so VA minus VB to E plus IR. Okay. It's the condition for charging na. Abana discharging apa hi gazi guleuhan. Suppose I have A, I have B, current should be I, B up at let's say we go from B, so VB minus I into R plus E should be equals to VA. Kutil VA minus VB to piham, so VA minus VB to E minus I into R. Okay, chilai gabelo chan ki hin to piha kharahi E plus IR ma, kharahi E minus IR na. So E plus IR to condition for charging. Okay, E minus IR2 biham, so this is the potential difference when a cell is discharging. Not tabanga also. Okay, charging to discharging then. So next combination of cells. To resistance of series parallel connect tabanga ko na. It is cells of series connection, parallel connection umcha. Take an answer. So I have two cells. Cell khat pa is a cell 1 khat pa na, so that is cell 2 tiude. Suppose let's try to find out the equivalent EMF equivalent internal resistance ka holo to chalai him. Suppose let's say current is it is the current here. So let's say current is going in na, discharging pa laute. Confused loading na NCRT ho velocun current pa hi velang zo la fe taw. So just to point out. Suppose let's take this to as VA and then VB. I will have here VA minus E1, okay, minus I into R1 minus E2 minus I into R2 should be VB. VA minus VB chuzan pododing ham. So this is E1 plus E2. Na E2 ni hukala khomale. So minus I kala khomding R1 plus R2. Plus na asichu dang si lang ka transfer ding VB pa hive lang kan ko na. So here I will have here VA minus VB. It's a penhiti kasi the potential difference to so E equivalent plus I into R equivalent. Atire hita kasi alachon E equivalent so pitina. So what is E equivalent? E equivalent to E1 plus E2. Okay. Abana R equivalent to zatingham. So R equivalent to R1 plus R2. Okay, here cell ni both cells na. In general, if you have n number of cells, so let's say for n cells, E equivalent to Satingham, so E equivalent to again E1 plus, E2 plus, E3 plus, and so on till En. Okay, so R equivalent to Piham R1 plus, R2 plus, R3 plus, and so on till Rn. Na. Abale resistance I bolta bang bacho n identical cells ahungo malachun na. So here let's say for n identical cells in series. To series also chepen here. Kutel E equivalent to Zatingham, so n into E. Abana R equivalent to Zatingham, so n into R. Okay. Ajo series combination ako na by heart ngalo pichu okay. Just no need to by heart. Hiji derivation ka bolna je pm tele board exam la dunga ko na derivation ho ka dong le ja ho lang pia competitive exam ho hi chi ta bang question na cells ho jong ka se banga chu circuit technique ho ju ki manga ka solve thai cho cho. Okay, next you have parallel combination. Again similarly AB la utana la he. So AB to ju current I hung cho na current I hunga achung na ko let's say I1 goes anui nga hi I2 goes. I pa chu ki split ta cho la he. Atile it is easy to so here I can write I2 pm I2 I1 plus I2. Okay, I1 to I2 ke hom kan na. So here I is equals to I1 khuti kazit hai. So how can I write I1? Hita current is na lahi. Hita current chile. So if I go from A to B, chile bta. So I go from A to B, I will have here A layam na. Abana jo cell hita ma. So here resistance abana B. Okay. Kutile I will have VA minus E1 minus I1 into R1 equals to VB. Okay. Kutile VA minus VB chu zat ha. VA minus VB chu E1 plus I1 into R1. Okay. Kutile tu hin E1 pa hi belang transfer lechun. So VA minus VB. It's a potential difference tayo na. So minus E1 divided by R1 chu piham. So this is I1. Okay, it's I1 chu. Chito banga chu I2 khuzat deha. I2 will be so VA minus VB. VA minus VB chu ki banga chu both the cells are in parallel na. So minus E2 divided by R2. So this will be I2. I1 to I2 ka whole na chu piham till I have to put both of them here. I1 chu like a pudding. I2 pa chu like a pudding na. Okay. So VA minus VB minus E1 by R1 chu I1 is a VA minus VB minus E2 by R2 chu I2. Okay, now let's put these values. Kutile VA minus VB so minus E1 divided by R1 I1 na plus so VA minus VB so minus E2 divided by R2 I2. Okay. Okay, now kutile so VA minus VB na tampa hai na. So la common la lechun. So VA minus VB kutila chalai tama hai ppm 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 minus khat khu piha E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2. Okay. Split divin lang na sipen here. So this term and this term la khom lechun. Hi jeng so na sipen here. So VA minus VB common kala loading. So I will have here 1 by R1 minus 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Abale E1 by R1 to E2 by R2 chu chipeng podo de. Okay, choko na hi so you transfer E1 E2 on the way transfer lejon. Otherwise it tabang wasana see you try to convert the whole thing into something like this. Okay. Kutile sila hi VA minus VB chu zatham. So VA minus VB should be equals to into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 should be equals to E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 so plus I. Okay. Abana so VA minus VB changsa ko yala chun. So VA minus VB so this is equals to E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 so 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus I into so 1 by I by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay. Elole divide both side by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 zong bita zong so bol thai na he zong le elole you can just transfer this whole thing on the left on the right side. Khutile denominator ang so de na. So here got solve le chun. So VA minus VB zat on bottom. Denominator R1 R2 cancelling. So here I will have so E1 into R2 plus E2 into R1 achunga pa ko LCM ilale na. Anu ya pa hi R1 plus R2. Okay. Plus sila ho sa diha I into so R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. To cell ni bo se parallel ahong balason na he pen hi. So this whole thing is your E equivalent. He chose si na. He chose si E equivalent hong hiding apana R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2 pa hi. So this is small r equivalent. Internal resistance equivalent pa na. Okay, here's a derivation. Okay, or in general, parallel pa na general ga han. So for n cells, okay, it's like E equivalent direct kisi thelo cho. Kisi dan so piham tela you can write here E equivalent by the by R equivalent value. Na chila hi value chun. Wala the chipen here. Okay, so ko tela chipen hi zat deham. So E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by R3 and so on till En by Rn. Okay. Chita banga so 1 by R equivalent na he zat ham, so 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus n chan na 1 by Rn chan. He chi pen hua kun hang kon ham tele chilai pa he. So this whole thing, okay. Chu hin tin apale identical cell o male na. So for n identical cells in parallel na, so E equivalent by R equivalent chu zat ding ham, so n into E divided by R. Okay, chita banga chu 1 by R equivalent chu zat ding ham, so n by R. N into 1 by R na chu using. Okay. Chu combination of cells is na. Lang pia chu hi chu to bang hin cognitive level akon ki dong ni beta. Hi chu hi derivation ka bol na hi chu board exam ki prepare holding na ka bol is. So like kasi bang chu hi chu hi tang hi tai loop hada ho mala chun hi chi pen hin ti ki solve dia. You can simply take one loop and just solve it using Kirchhoff law na. That's ki solve hai chu. Okay then, now we'll try to solve some questions. First question, battery of EMF ki pina chala hai. So EMF chu, so EMF is given as 4 volt. Internal resistance small r chu 1 ohm ke pia. It is charged to a current of 2 ampere. It is charged by current 2 ampere na. What is the potential difference across the terminals of the battery? Hi also charging discharging pass on MLC wala chun, you can simply write here E plus IR, okay, directly na. See the diagram pita. So something like this. Hilai A ma, hilai B ma, EMF so 4 volt hisa, elo le chalai 1 ohm. Okay. Current chu zat CM, current chu 2 ampere. Charging ke tilachun, it is going into the battery na. Chalai VA minus 4 minus I into R should be equals to VB. Kutile VA minus VB chu potential difference across battery ke say na zat ham. So this is 4 plus 2. Again, this is 6 volt. Okay. Ay lo zong le charging hung potential difference so piham, so E plus I into R. Na discharging a hilachun E minus I into R. Okay, so our relation is E pause na bolanga. Okay, next one. Two cells of EMF 8 volt and 6 volt having internal resistance 2 ohm and 4 ohm connected with external resistance of 10 ohm. Find the current flowing and potential difference across its cells. Kasi ibang chilai velocun cells kiti chuna chepen cells is a hibanga velocun circuit ahong kituting lehin you have battery and resistance. Okay, khutile circuit problem ho na technique ho chi manwa ki solve thai direct a chepen. So it is solve du ham abai pen cho piha. So technique ni se mo chana method ni khapen chu you can take here one loop 1 helai loop ni na over, so you can divide current I na I1 I minus I1 ta ki bol thai chula na, or simply solve kar pa chu piha. I will take this point as x and the other point is 0. X pa he piham the point of highest potential anywhere on the circuit na. Khutile 0 pa he piham circuit sunga dinga potential nim na pen pa chu 0 cho. Khutile current chu hela pa hoya chem tele higher potential apara lower potential chi chu na. Ale current hoy iti ti chirita. So let's say current I1 chu chilanga chi teu na. I2 chu chia chi abana khat chu I3. Okay. Current ho chu betang x pa hi point of highest potential a hiel chu na circuit sung si sia chu current jo se chu chilai pa chu ki tol deu da chu. Hela pa ki tol deu within lowest potential omna chana chu ki tol so ke deu. Okay. Khudile point x omna right ta khun Kirchhoff law apply leu chu na. So I1 plus I2 plus I3 chu 0. Okay, Kirchhoff current law pa ko na. Conservation of current pa ko. So khutile I chu piha I1 khu x heading na chidiu battery ma cham lo na, so till 0 here. Khutile x minus 0 divided by resistance chu 10 ohm. Okay. Apana I2 khu piham x minus 8 minus 0 divided by 2 ohm plus I3 khu x minus 6 minus 0 divided by 4 is equals to 0. Okay, it shows us yung last video discussed down na. Ale chalai hi izat hang pota chalai LCM na chun 10 2 to 4 LCM chu zat ha 20 na. So here I have to write 20. Okay, so hotel 10 into 2 20, 2 into 10 are 20, x minus 8, and 4 5 are 20, x minus 6. So this is 0. Okay, hotel 20 transfer lesion 0 into 20 to 0 na. So here I will have here 2x plus 10x plus 15x. So JEE equals 2 zat ha. So 10 8 are 80 zilanga chiding. So 5 6 are 30 zong zilanga chiding na. So from here is that is 17x is equals to 8 9 10 11 110x. So here x is 110 divided by 17. Okay. Abala question here value chun chalai potential difference jong kitong chana la he. So here potential difference to x minus 0 tinai cho chalai. Suppose helai point pa hi cell khat point a tu na la khala pa point b ti lo han chalai potential difference ki ti chu va minus vb kitong cho. Helai va minus vb hi biham x minus 0 tinai chu x value hi jing chu ji. Okay. So the answer jong na potential difference pa jong chu hi pai pai ta cho. So potential difference to 110 by 17v. Ala to chu I1 I2 I3 whole num vale he x pa hi hilai khoi diu ta cha. Okay, right? So this whole thing is I1 na. Abana x pa chu chalai pula chun he pen hi biha he pen hi I2. Okay. So therefore what is I1? X by 10. X to biham 110 divided by 17. So by 10. So 0 0 cancel out. I will have here 11 by 17 ampere. Okay, I1 chu na. Ale I2 chu biham so x minus 8. So 110 divided by 17 minus 8 divided by 2. So 110 minus 8, 7 are 56. 5 in hand, A1 is 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 136 divided by 17 into 2. Okay. 26 minus 26 to minus 13 na. So minus 13 by 17 ampere. Okay, solve liao chun. Abana chu biham I3 chu bihung hiding ham. So 110 divided by 17 minus 6 divided by 4. So 110 minus 7 6 are 42. 4 and 6 26 7 8 9 10 divided by 17 into 4. Okay, solve liao chun zan podo de ham. Kutile 110 18 na. So I will have 8 for 2 or 8. So therefore minus I think here you will have plus 2 by 17. So 2 by 17 ampere. Okay, current honjo pp ha. Current so 11 by 17 minus 13 by 17 to 2 by 17. Okay. Ga value hen chi iti chiding ham. So I want to plus 11 by 17 khudul a value khel ngai lo, a direction khel ngai lo na. So like you have here along this side to 11 by 17 ampere. Aban I2 khum minus khudul current pa hi hitilang zo ahong da cho. Okay. Alai branch lai pa hi na. Is that ham to 13 divided by 17 ampere. Aban I3 khu plus direction khel ngai lo ita chintin. So this is 2 by 17 ampere. Okay. So those are the answer na. Akhu dan jang chu circuit technique ho ki manga ki khud cho chalai hai. 3 cells of EMF for 4 volt, 3 volt to 2 volt. Internal resistance to 1 ohm, 2 ohm to 3 ohm. Okay. Find the currents through the cell and potential difference between A and B. Ki bang chuna question cho. Like solve lang ki bang na. So you have to use circuit problem a method ban ho chuna solve wa che naman wa che solve de na. So again x pa hi x la leo han, a pa hi x la leo han, b pa chu 0 la leo han, current jo si chu na. So current jo si chu highest potential apara lowest potential a chi su ke do. Kirchhoff law apply leo chun you have I1 plus I2 plus I3 chu 0 a hi ngai na chala hi. I1 khu zat ham x minus E1 chu 4. Resistance khu 1 na plus I2 khu zat ham x minus E2 khu 3 divided by R chu 2. I3 khu zat ham so x minus 2 divided by 3 chu 0. Okay. Khotele 2 1 to 3 LCM chu 6 is na. So 6 into x minus 4 plus 2 3 are 6. X minus 3 plus 3 2 are 6. X minus 2 equals to 0. So 6x plus 3x plus 2x is that hang podam chu 6 4 are 24, 3 3 are 9, 2 2 are 4. 11x is that ham 11x chu. So here 37 na chala. So 37. Ale x to zat ham x to 37 divided by 11 volt. Kasi ba chi potential difference pai pai da. So this is your potential difference across A and B na. Aji chu x hi 37 by 11 here, b chu 0 hi la chun, then x minus 0, a minus b chu 37 by 11. Okay. Khutile x value ne het wale x value pai chalai pull leu chun I1 value hung pore da chu. Okay. So I1 zat ham, so x to 37 divided by 11 minus 4 divided by 1. So 37 minus 44 by 11. So this is minus 7 by 11 ampere. Okay. Apana I2 zat ham, I2 chu. So x who put leu chun 37 divided by 11 minus 3 divided by 22. So 37 minus 33 divided by 22, 2. So by 11 into 2. So 37 minus 3 to 4, na 4 by 2 to 2. So you'll have your 2 by 11 ampere. Abana I3. I3 who's at ham, so 37 divided by 11 minus 2 divided by 3. So 37 minus 22 divided by 11 into 3. Kutile zat ham chu. So I will have here 15 na. Kutile 15 by 3 to 5 by 11 ampere. Okay. Karan ho zat ham. So first pen to minus 7 by 11, 2 by 11 to 5 by 11. Ga local leo na karan ho chu masaben I1 chu a hoin it's a direction e ju muzana, but it has to go in the opposite direction. Okay. Is that the term? So now it has to go opposite direction. Here 7 by 11 ampere. Okay. Kutile I2 chu plus kutile I2 direction di na, so it has to go along this side. Chichu 2 by 11 ampere. Abana I3 zong di I3 zong. So 5 by 11 ampere. Okay. It's also actual currents na. Okay, then next it's a cells combination of cells to na. Question khalani ga solve in din lang pia chu question cells ong ki pi jong la chun a solve dan chu circuit hi tho na. Khutile next topic chu heat to power. Okay. Example batang bulb ho na. Bulb ho light hong phala khun bulb va chu na. Ale bulb ho champha jawin tham leo chun lum ni na, so it gets warm abang la saji chu na. So heat pa ho ya kon kon pon am. Bulb ho na, bulb see any electrical device, it has its own resistance na. Hichi resistance ahi energy loss omji cho. Na energy is dissipated, so hichi energy dissipated ji ahi, so bulb hong lum ji na. So we have to find out that how much energy is dissipated na, how to calculate. Direct in formulas is using na like theory masam lo. So heat dissipated, so suppose I have a resistance R2 na la here. So current I honga across the resistance R, heat dissipated. So now I like heat loss. So heat is equals to a formula to I square into R into T. Okay. So I square RT to heat formula has a, so suppose heat dissipated in 1 second, na heat dissipated in 2 seconds. You have like a dollar chun to using formula chun. Abana you have one more thing, power. So power to be heat dissipated per unit time. Tichu second khatsunga na heat is like dissipated tichu power tinena. So power to be hilaya heat pa na, so heat divided by time. Tichu I square RT divided by T, T cancel out. So you'll have I square into R. Tilai derivation na kuna I square into R bohong poza. Ohm's law apply leo jo na la. So first formula for power so I square into R, or I hel kun V by R puleng. Na beda. So V by R puleng, so V by R square into R. Which is V square divided by R na. So power formula khajo, so you have V square by R also. Okay, or khato om na lai. So H R hel hen na V into I put lechun. Ohm's law cho so V I into R chula na si R is equals to V by I. Okay, V by I so katan si pen hi put lechun chula hin. Is that pot de So I will have here I square into, so V by I. Kutil I cancel out V into I na. So formula is V into I. So first formula chu chi hi za, second formula chu chi hi za, abana third na chu chi. Athoma poi mo cha chi. Question ako example I to R ki pichora na. Hotele is a formula na mandio. Right? If they give you comparison of V and R, then you have to use this one. Okay, like that. A condition to dong zuya chuna zaru na. Formula thoma in here ngai cha. So both all of the three formulas. Okay, chibo se jo theory is in the formula to. Let's try to apply it. So in a given circuit, find the heat dissipated across in 2 seconds. Time ki picha jala time to 2 seconds. 21 ampere to current is a hotele is a ludha current line. So I1 to I2 tilo henna. HT bolzeta ratio bolzena lahi. So current hol masauto I1 is to I2 zarham V by R. So V divided by 3 is to V divided by 4. It's a parallel connection. So like is something like this. Okay, then is that ham here. So 4 is to 3 na. LCM na leusen. So I have here I1 is to I2 is 4 is to 3. Kutil chi yong ki pi ala chun si. He chi total current is that so 4 plus 3 to 7 na. So here this is the total current. Total current to 7. Kutil 7 value is a kpm 7 value is 21 kp na, which is like 3 times. Okay, so which is 3 times. So if I multiply both of them 3 times, so 3 are 9 and add 4 3 are 12. So these are actual currents. I1 to zarham 12 ampere, I2 to zarham 9 ampere. Okay, ratio khudan method khana chi ai lole previous I boldan ta bong solve la chen iti bol jeta. So here I will have I1 to piham, so 4 divided by 4 plus 3 to 7 into total current to 21. So this is 12 ampere. I2 to zarham, so 3 divided by 3 plus 4 to 7 into 21. So 9 ampere. Okay, another way of doing that. Okay, current head vale. So heat across H1 tilde. Khatsu H2 tilde. Yeah. So heat across 3 to the I square into R into T. I2, so 12 square into R into T. So 144 into 3 to R 6. 6 4 24, 6 4 24, 6 7 8 joules. Okay, so heat dissipated across 3 na. Khatsu piha H2 zadham. So I to 9 square into I square R to 4 into T to 2. 981 for 2 are 8. Even is 8, it is 64 joules. Okay, so these are the answers. Okay, next one. A ratio of heat dissipated per second. Per second so here time is T. Per second in the really you can say this is power. Okay, power ki dong tingin. So across 5 and 10. Okay, solve ngay na. So tang hi level you have a network of resistance R equivalent hold on. So you divide 10 divided by R equivalent, you will have how much current is coming out. I total. Okay. So here 5 to 10 is parallel. So 5 into 10 divided by 15. So 5 3 are 15. So 10 by 3. 10 by 3 to hin 20 hi series ohm na. So that means 10 by 3 plus 20. So this is R equivalent. Okay. So this is 70 by 3 ohm. So this whole thing is R equivalent. The total current V by R equivalent na. So that means total current IT is equals to, so V by R equivalent, V to 10 is R equivalent to 70 by 3. So that means you'll have a 3 by 7 ampere. Okay, total current pa na. Here's a 3 by 7 pa hi. Hong ding intin. So it's like 5 to 10 I can split it also. So let's say current I1 goes here, I2 goes here. Okay. Ale iti ki hol zeta ratio ki bang chana lahi. So I1 is to I2 to zarham. So I will have here V by 5 is to V by 10. Chichu 2 is to 1 tin so chalai. So khotil I1 zarham I1 to, so 2 divided by 2 plus 1 to 3 into total current so 3 by 7. So that means this is 2 by 7 ampere. I2 to zarham. So 1 divided by 2 plus 1 to 3 into total current to 3 by 7. So this is 1 by 7 ampere. Current ki mutana. Current ki mule heat the dots na question. So let's say across this is H1. Across this is H2. Heat dissipated across 5 ohms at I square. So 2 by 7 the whole square into R into T times 1 na. So how much is this? So 2 are 4, 4, 5 are 20 by 49 joules. Okay. H2 to piham. So current 1 by 7 is I square into R into T. So which is 10 divided by 49 joules. Ale question ratio to chala ratio to piham H1 by H2. So which is, so you'll have 20 by 49. So divided by 10 by 49. So you will have here 2 by 1. So 2 is to 1. Okay, answer na. Okay, next question. Electric bulb of to hi bazar ko bulb chale chun bulb sanga bomb ako na. So watt ki ding abala voltage ki chun na. Suppose 10 watt bulb so wala 10 watt 220 volt ki di. Okay, something like this. It will take 220 volt supply, AC supply, abana a power na. So power to so 10 watt. From this you have to find out resistance. R no holong I chose like on. Okay. R is fixed na. So here the formula to P is equals to V squared by R. Or R to V squared divided by P. V is at 200 into 200 divided by power to 50. Okay. So 5 4 are 20. So 4 2 are 800 watt ohm na R. This is the resistance of the bulb. Okay. Bulb power resistance na. So now this is connected across 100 volt supply. It's bulb part na. So you take this bulb, you connect this with 100 volt supply. So new power dissipation is that them. Those of bazara 50 watt and so on. So here the amount of energy dissipated, the power dissipated to 50 kilowatts. It depends on how you connect it. Okay. Source voltage by 100 is bulb power resistance is at so this is 800 ohm na. Right? So that means what will be the new power? So power is again V squared by R. I have V is at 100 into 100 by resistance to 800. So A1 is 8, A2 are 16, A5 are 40. So 12.5. Okay, it's equation na hina value power niyum cho sila hi. Amas pa na given pa hina. It's let's say this is a P rated. Aki choti la ki rate pa na so P rated hesa abana he power he P kitan pen aki consume pa na power dissipated pa. Okay, energy loss pa na. So this is let's say power consumed na pen here. Okay, so you have two types of power. Okay, lang pia na. Okay, then to hi lang pia bulb momong na problems ito bang te hamay la bulbs to relate power problem ha na gabi to kabe. It's bulbs hina cells tabanga cho. So I can connect 2 bulbs in series or 3 bulbs in series na series connect series combination to parallel combination ng tayo chala hin. Masabi na cho say let's say series combinations. Bulbs so series ahong umalason. So let's say na bulb. I have another one bulb na. Kuti let's say power khatpa power here let's say P1 khatcho P2 tiu na power consume pa to se pen create pa hello na power consume pa cho. So let's say P1 and P2 atile amani ka hina total power se pe dia. So combination of power pa na. So here it's a system pa here let's say this is connected to a source here V. Kutile P equivalent tiu na chala. So what is the P equivalent? 1 by P equivalent. So this is equals to 1 by P1 plus 1 by P2 plus 1 by P3 and so on. Series combination also. If you have n bulbs in series na ni bo se helachon P1 P2 chana chitiu na ta in general alham pya general ka chi so chala he chito banga chu if you have parallel combination so let's say parallel combination bulb ni chuna so one bulb is here, okay, khat pa jang chu ni let's say one more is here amani velachon parallel am chuna so here you have V battery khutile power consumed to P1 power consumed to P2 aba khudile equivalent pi p dia chela he so if they are in parallel so P equivalent na ela P total to P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus and so on, okay, so a formula na. So derivation bola te na he email chi jinda series combination a chu bulb angki ku tuala chun net power chu he pen formula he na abana chu parallel he chun chi pen formula he abala the kha jon he du chu to hi bulb ni le thumum khop chana series a he khutele so which bulb will glow the brightest which pen he va pending ham, okay, so let's say this is the first node node tu na la he, okay, khutele series a chu biham tele series a chu so the bulb with less watt WATTAZE watt it's less power so power consumed na so will glow brightest, okay, so power from ni pen chu, okay, so here you can say least power consume, okay, power consume from pen chu have a pen na I wanga so parallel so pitim tele so parallel combination so I'll just write here note in parallel so the bulb with most wattage will glow brightest. Kutile power watt tam chana chu va ha ditne chu, okay, so just remember this one. So most wattage that means most power consumed will glow the brightest. Chu parallel combination na. Okay, then chiga apply the next question. So first question, in the given figure 3 identical bulbs P, Q and S are connected to a battery. Compare the brightness of P and Q when the key is closed. Level as in key khat chana chalai key here ki close ale itabang de ha circuit here. So I will have here one bulb, okay, so chalai he bulb khat hongom ding abana chu chalai bulb khat hongom de na chalai so bulb niuma to chu the whole thing is connected to battery chipen hi a part Roman number 1 part na ale so S chalai ma P chalai ma Q chalai cho so all bon vai identical chuna chi so all of these are identical khutile question to compare the brightness of the bulbs ale current hi vilation battery ko current hong chuna lai current hong let's say this is I so I comes ale P to Q I ki divide achuna so bulb chu ki bang helachun resistance ki bang dina cho so therefore half of the current will go here, half of the current will go here, okay, khutile chila hi power consumption hi hold ta cho power consumption chu ama sapena so P a na so P a power consumption hi zat de ha so power of PM so I square into R na tang chila hi suppose all of them are identical, okay, example say the akiba so ke lachun they are rated equally na cho tilwa chu power chu ki bang so ke if P is 10 watt then S is also 10 watt ai bang bana Q is also 10 watt na ai bang power consume chu ki bang lo chu consume pa chu it depends on how you connect them na ai bang atha li an cho wa chu bon wa hi power ki bang so ke cho ale chu pi ham V square by R chu na so V square divided by R suppose example chu pa he 10 watt 220 is over wala chun bon che ke wa 10 watt 220 ngen chang he chu so from here resistance chu zat de hala him so here R is what P by V square by P, okay, so let's say all of them are P hutele power to V square divided by R has R chu zat ong dem V square by P ka se banga chu icho now value ho chuna he che like na hi so from this value so we can find out the resistance, okay, hutele chi bulb ho si a resistance pa cha bi ha so this one V square by P, okay, hutele R ta to chu power consume za chu na so p power consume za chu I hol num wala chun p power consume is so example chi hi v tu da na la he so v square divided by r chu pi ha v square by p so that means this is p I square into r boy from I square into r na I chu pi ham so I by 2 I square into r chu pi ham so v square divided by p okay so this is how much I square into v square so I into v v into I the whole square divided by 4 into p square okay 4 into p na v into I chu pi ha power chula na so let's say this is a p square divided by 4 into p so this is p by 4 power consumed at chi ta so which is 1/4 of the rated power okay hotel chita banga chu q a jong hi power hol le chun za di ha so q a power consumes at za di ham so power consumes at chu I square I chu I by 2 na I square into r chu pi ham v square by p kutile v into I the whole square divided by 4 into p which is also same thing you'll get here p by 4 okay p to chun q chu power consumed at ke bang na ale s pa hin power consumes at hi za ha so how much power is consumed here so power consumed to I square into v square divided by r so v square by p na r so here you'll have here p soft lesson okay v into I chu pi ha v into I square by p so p square by p so p t na chu power consumed at na a difference if so p to so chipen hi power consumed at p khari power consumed at q khari power consumed at s okay ale to hi video chun question chun p to have brightness at chula na brightness p to q so compare the brightness of p and q with s okay hotel chila hi video chun p to q hi video chun power consumed at ke bang chuna p by 4 to p by 4 abale S pa hi velo chun p na ala series combination of p ta so to hi p compare ventium hi to hin chi compare vent chula na so these two are in series okay series combination of less power consumed to will glow brighter it chula na so therefore power consumed chila home chula na so therefore you can say here p and q p to q chu a glow dan ju ke bang cho p to q glow dan ke bang den e wanga chu s sanga ha glow zo hunde ha wa zo de tin cho as is less watt na less power consumed so it will glow brighter in series combination second case ha pi ha so compare the brightness of bulb S and Q when the key is open key so hong open na hon wala chun chi like current chi lo ta cha p a he so current will be like this okay a diagram chi tabang de ha so you have here bulb S and then you have here bulb Q to S p a chu current alu lo ja chu p chu killer ta cho jela he tu hin velo chun p to s to q hi kibang chuna identical chulai chu awa cho abal amani series am ta so series am den kibang song kibang na laina kutile when the key is opened power hi za ha na hol thein lai chu chang he can also find power here na so current hong pa chu so whatever current is coming here it will pass through s same current passes through q okay kutile power across s chu so power across S to ha I square into R so V I square into V square by P so here the power consumed will be P solve lesson as what similarly chiajong solve ke lesson so power consumed will be what I square into R so V square by P again here you will have P power consumed ki bang chula na so they have the same power so therefore they will glow the same second na chu so Roman number 2 na chu so brightness of S is equals to brightness of Q okay explain dan chum chu like current na no explain the so since same current passes through both of them ani ne identical hin line na chu they will glow the same okay next khat to solve be na jala he so chipen he need question hi za so hi diagram ke pina bulb group tha am so 6 similar bulbs are connected as shown in figure EMF E internal resistance to 0 na the ratio of power consumed by the bulbs when all of them are glowing to case khan na when 2 from A and 2 from B are glowing to case second case kutile first case na chu velachun first case na chu when all of them are glowing at ilachun current to it is passing through all of the bulbs. Okay, current passes through all of the bulbs. Kutile, I have 6 bulbs here. I need to find out total power. I think total power ko lang na. Formula ho je PP ta. So here upon I was in parallel, okay na. See these 3 are in parallel and these 3 are in parallel. So I'm how I solve for it. So if I try to solve these 3, so parallel also P1 plus P2 plus P3 na. So here I will have 3P. If I try to solve this, so I will have here 3P. Kutila 3P to 3P to series arm chalo na. So P net to P ha. P net to, so 3P into 3P divided by, so 3P plus 3P. Okay. I will have 1 by P net equals to 1 by P, 1 by P plus 1 by P tin ball na. So here how much is this? Okay, to avoid confusion, if formula so mang P equivalent to P so 1 by 3P plus 1 by 3P. Chichu 2 by 3P. Okay. So therefore P equivalent to P case 1 also 3P by 2. Okay. It's here when all the bulbs are glowing na. Okay, the second case also case 2 na. Case 2 is because 2 from section A and 1 from section B are glowing. Kutile diagram so itabang ham. So I have 1 bulb here. So I have another 1 bulb here. Chichu section A na. Kutile section B ajo khat bause telachun hiti ay amdajo. So the whole thing is something like this. Okay. Kutile hi total power consumption holding ale masapena jo ji power hi hi parallel na. If I solve them I will have here 2P. Okay. Hi pa ya chang sia chu P. Abale amani hi series aom na. Series amala chun pita formula chu 1 by P equivalent is equals to, so 1 by 2P plus 1 by P. So this will be so 3 by 2P. LCM now will solve that na. So therefore that P equivalent at the second case ahi, so 2P by 3. Okay, question number 2. Question chun P do ham ratio do chula na. So let's say case 1 to case 2 ratio do ja, let's say P equivalent 1 to P equivalent 2 tiuta. Ale amani ratio is anong podo de ham. So P equivalent 1 by P equivalent 2. So this is 3P by 2 divided by 2P by 3. So you will have here 9 by 4. Okay, answer to 9 by 4. Okay, hisan chu bulb momonga problem ho na. Chu hintin. Abana hi device, electrical device ho involved na conversion of galvanometer into ammeter, galvanometer into voltmeter ti ho involved so. Okay, lampe electrical device na ho syllabus 12 sana hi elole need JEE sana chu I choto mi he ngai cho. Ji class 12 fazong experiment na bolna fazong man mai thiu na cho hi. Masa penchu biham ammeter. Ammeter chu bikise na ham, so it is a device. Okay. It's in P bolam it measures current. Okay, current a measure na. Abana voltmeter chu biham it is a device which measures the potential difference. Okay. Across resistance also across wire also potential drop is aram ham na. It's a measure na chu voltmeter kimang. Abala galvanometer kharum kit na na. It's pen hi biham. So it's pen hi electrical device which is used to detect and measure small currents. So here it is very important, small currents. Okay. It's like unit hoyang value chun ammeter apa hi pump hi 0, 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 6 ampere chun measure thai cho chi he. But here galvanometer value chun chala hi. So this is microampere. Unit pi value chun na microampere. Chu 30 microampere maximum measure thai cho. 30 microampere je pite na ha. 30 into 10 power minus 6 chu very small value na. Current only small measure current can be measured. Okay, galvanometer ahi hilai current ahung mal chuna chipen hi deflection of so thai chu left lang ke deflect ding ham, right lang ke deflect ding ham, so there will be deflection current achiala na chichu ki measure nami me hiza current ampere ammeter also you can measure up to 5 ampere. Okay, so chichu measure thai na voltmeter also you can have till 10 volt tipang lo na range ho hi isa jar ham I device ki depend is. So mostly you have 3 instrument, 3 device, ammeter, voltmeter to galvanometer. To hi galvanometer pa hai na. So I can convert this into ammeter or I can convert this into voltmeter. Chu evolve. So masapena chu so here if I want to convert a galvanometer into ammeter, iti ka bol them. Hichi galvanometer pa chuna hichi RG hi biham tele device ki ti phot phot chuna ama chama ama inside a chama sunga chu resistance piha anei cho. So that resistance of a galvanometer we have to write separately here. We are just showing, okay. Hichi chalai galvanometer ma bana chalai wire cho ma gomi ro cho. Hichi RG pa he galvanometer sunga na. Chipa chu ki represent mai cho. So this whole thing is your galvanometer. So this is a galvanometer. Hichi galvanometer to hin resistance dang khat na. So small resistance amani hi parallel la ki connect ngai cho. In order to convert galvanometer into ammeter, okay. If you bola ke bolam tele to ju current hum ta chu chahe, okay. Current comes, hichi current pa hi to sun pa hi anya wala chun na. If this shunt resistance, this resistance is small, then it will allow most of the current to flow here. Ibola tang out of 100% current, let's say, so 95% current goes into the shunt. Then remaining only 5% will go to the galvanometer. As you galvanometer to current na, so you can only measure small current, so we have to allow only small current to passes through this galvanometer. So for this purpose, hilanga resistance kela pahe anyaw ngai cho. So that is very important. So since galvanometer is a very sensitive device na, even for a very small current, it shows full scale deflection. So current new such a galvanometer as a pass through ngai cho. So to convert galvanometer into ammeter, a small resistance, okay, small as in head na. Sun resistance is connected in parallel with the galvanometer. As you, it will have to allow more current to pass through here and less here. Okay, so to allow most of the current to pass through the shunt instead of the galvanometer. Okay, hisa. Chuki hela numerical khale ni jong ke dongji cho. Suppose numerical chu iti tekal de ha. Suppose let's say this is a point V da. Loop law apply like na chala hi. So current is going like this. Current to jungsu hin vela chun. So current chu hitia chi ala chun. I will have here plus minus. Current chu hitia chi ala chun. I will have here plus minus. Okay. Gazi lang na chala hi. So if I start from V, so V and go anti-clockwise. So minus IS into RS. So plus IZ into RZ. So this is equals to V. Okay. So like when I VV cancel la chun ping pot thayam. I will have here IZ RZ is equals to IS RS. Hichi relation here bang like bang zi cho chipen here. Ga not may milo chun na. Chu relation khariza abana hicha kun hin thil na khat ga holote. Suppose I have IS is equals to IZ RZ divided by RS. Hichi ka bolna ji we need to find out the relation between IZ to hin total current power relation jong hina. Hichi jong question ki dong si za ga try ga solve for the on. So, current total current hung pahi, it gets distributed into IZ and IS. Okay. Kutile equation number 1 IS pahi put lechun. So IS equals to IZ plus IZ into RZ divided by RS. Okay. So IZ common na to lechun. Zat hang podo diha. So RS plus RZ divided by RS chichu total current. Okay. Or IZ chu piham IZ chu. So I divided by RS divided by RS plus RZ into total current I. So you have one more relation na. Si pasang himel si leusen ah. Halang pe question gidong zo si hona hichalai na solve tayo da so tenia hi. Kutile chi hi galvanometer into ammeter conversion oh. Titi lo chu galvanometer chu voltmeter ki convert hai chu. So to convert tele. So here you have a galvanometer. But voltmeter purpose to measure potential difference across any other resistance. Okay. Suppose you have one resistance here. Across a potential difference no whole no value. You need to find out 2 points na amanika potential difference point here. So to do that you have to connect the voltmeter in parallel with the external resistance. Okay. Ale to pichu chipen hi to pilo pecho. To pichu chalai connection dan pa na ilang connection pa hai. So what we do is chalai galvanometer to hin. So resistance khat na we have to connect them in series abal chi pa hai alet ngai cho. Unlike azawal tabang asuna azawal tabang chu hilowa to hi hechi r pa hai alet ngai cho. Aji chu hechi alet chana chuna. So it will allow less current to pass through the galvanometer. Hechi branch pa hai na current load pa hai it will be small. Okay, so most of the current will flow through here and less current will flow through the galvanometer. Aji jo chipa lit ja chuna he chipen hin, so it does not allow, okay, most of the current to flow in its branch. So to convert galvanometer into voltmeter, a large resistance is connected in series with the galvanometer. Okay, so this allows lesser current to pass through the galvanometer. Okay. So potential difference was online as it was so like see, suppose this is A, this is B. Kutile VA minus VB to be ha. So VA minus IZ into RZ, okay, minus IZ into R should be equals to VB. Na sila branch ahin luling. So plus minus. Kutile VA minus VB to zarang pododing ham. So I will have here IZ into RZ plus R. Okay, so simple ta relation na. Lang pe numerical hoy na emitter conversion pe na so sa ki ha do so. So you have a few questions. Let's see them. So 3 voltmeters, all having different internal resistance, are joined as shown in the figure. When some potential difference is applied, the readings are V1, V2, and V3. Choose the correct option. Hichipa hi lang pia tia voltmeter ki apply na vet sa na mi kan ko hi na la hi. Chi value chen batang chi ten combination to hin chi combination pa hi parallel lam na. So if you have parallel combination, they should have the same potential difference. Okay. So that means suppose this is a 2 volt na. Pen 4 volt hele combination chuzata. So series amlation direct you can plus na. She is 6 volt hisa. So therefore this also has to be 6 volt. Parallel achuna potential difference ke bangai so. So therefore the relation is V1 plus V2. Combination should be equals to V3. Which option ha? Option number 3. Okay. Okay, abana galvanometer having coil resistance of 10 ohm. Let's see RZ value na. So this is RZ. So full scale deflection for current of 3 milliampere JEE IZ. Current is at he galvanometer as well do full scale deflection nature. Okay. So here to measure for it to measure the current of 8 amperes is your total current pa ko na. So the value of shunt would be, what will be the value of RS? Okay. Which formula you have the formula IZ is equals to RS divided by RS plus RZ into I na. Value put leuchen. So 3 into 10 power minus 3. 3 by 10 1000 teenager. RS by RS plus RZ into 8. Okay. So from here 8 kuilan transfer velang reciprocal na. So RS plus RZ divided by RS will be equals to 8000 divided by 3. So here I will have here 1 plus RZ by RS. So this is 8000 divided by 3. Kutile transfer bolechun. So RZ by RS is at ham small RS. So 8000 minus 3 to 7997. Okay, 7997 divided by 3. Okay, so kutile RS that ham RS to. So RZ value to 10 is na. So 3 into 10 RZ divided by 7997. So this is at 30 divided by 7997. To solve lesson approximate values at ham. So if you solve this, you'll get approximately 3.75 into 10 power minus 3 ohm. Okay, to sun value na. Okay, the next one, I think we have one more. Okay. In an emitter, 5% of the main current passes through the galvanometer. If resistance of the galvanometer is Z, then the resistance of the emitter will be. So, galvanometer chalayam za. So this is RZ. Hilangai sun chi za, chi RS, chi RZ. Kutia total current hung la chu 5% to galvanometer. So that means you have here 5 by 100 into I. And then you have 95 by 100 remaining to na. So goes into RS. Question bidom, what is the resistance of the emitter? RS you almost na. So what will be RS here? I have IZ into RZ should be equals to IS into RS. IZ to 5 by 100 into I. into RG chuzat ham Z ki pi na capital Z abana 95 by 100 into I, so into RS. So I gets cancelled out, 100 gets cancelled out. So 5 1 is 5, 5 9 are 45. RS should be ham, so Z divided by 19. Question galvanometer the resistance of the emitter di na emitter ki di pump pi ke say so hilai vela chun RG to hin RS parallel am na, so that means the equivalent of these two. Okay, chipa equivalent here. Ale, so what is R of the emitter? So RZ into RS divided by here. So 1 by R equivalent so piham, so 1 by RZ plus 1 by RS na. So 1 by RG to piham, RG to Z is na capital Z plus so 19 by capital Z. Okay, so this is how much? 20 by Z. So therefore resistance of emitter is at ham Z divided by 20. Okay, so that is the answer. Kutile last one na. Last question japiham galvanometer has coil of 200 ohm. Tichu RZ value na chipen. So this is RZ with full scale deflection of 20 microampere to IZ. Okay, so 20 into 10 power minus 6 ampere. The value of resistance to be used it as emitter in the range. Heji question ka solve na ji na bang leta hi range ke pi cho heji range ke pi he bham hilai ko na hi maximum pa he na heji pa he chi pen hi I total ke sai nei cho. So I total to 20 milliampere. Range on ki bi phala tam zo pa na maximum range pa cho chi pen so aya na la dio nerba. Question jan pi do ham, so the value of resistance to be used RS value also azo langai bolta bang wa cho masa pen chi pin bol dio ham, so IZ chu pi ha IG2, so RS divided by RS plus RZ into total current I. Now from here, you solve bas value pollution, so IG to ham, so 20 into 10 power minus 6 should be equals to RS divided by RS plus so 200. Na total current to 20 into 10 power minus 3. Kutile minus 3 to minus 6 to minus 3. Okay. Right, 20 is going to cancel na la here. Ale is that chila here. So 10 power minus 3 to 1 by 1000 na. Reciprocal la pelation 1000 is equals to RS plus 200 divided by RS. Reciprocal kala na chuna. If I take reciprocal, I will have sipen split le chuna tampa here. So RS ki canceling, you will have 1. Sibelation 1000 to peham 1000 to 1 plus 200 divided by RS. Okay. So from here 200 by RS is that ha. So 1 ko lang ako 999. Okay. So from here RS is that ang pod ading ham. So 200 divided by 999. So approximately you will have 0.1. Hello, 2 na. 0.2 ohm. Okay. So answer is 0.2 ohm. Okay. Okay, then it's an achu current electricity chapter kitsai. Okay. Rangpia previous year's question cover na. So question ki dongzau si topic zau si cover te take bon ko cover zana. So I hope you understand these things. Hichi ho se si hi bon in cover lesson. I think you will not be surprised in your exam na. So then. Okay, then I will stop here. Ko tele to hi class 12 portion hi electrostatics to current electricity ki chai na. To hi bana capacitor ai nung chun ki diu i bol masat diu khotel capacitor jo phal khon magnetism ho aban banan chal ki diu na. So I hope you understand. Then I will stop here. Thank you for watching.